What's up, YouTube? Hefe coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room. Dude, come on. I'm making a video, man. Hefe coming to you, Captain Awesome's Fish Room. Jeff the Chromas Brovide bringing you a video. Today's video, I'm just going to really point it at a tank and just talk for a minute. It shouldn't be too long, just like 5 minutes. I hope you can stay to watch it all. Trying to decide which tank I should, point it at for y'all to stare at while I'm, giving some information I think is important inside the hobby and in life in general. So, with that said, hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the like clicker. I mean, why just point it at one tank? We'll just start with one and then we'll, roll around until we finish up the video. But kind of something I've been thinking about is you got to trust your gut. If something doesn't seem right, you really have to trust your instincts and go by that and, do what it takes to make it right. So, and that goes inside the hobby, as well as life. So if you're like looking at a fish and it doesn't seem right or it's not acting right for some reason, do a little investigating. See what it's about and see if it's normal for that fish to be that way. And there's no real reason that I'm making this video besides it just popped in my head and I thought it'd make a good video subject. But it's really good information to have. I mean, of course, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, experience of course has a lot to do with it. If you're new to the hobby, you really don't know what to look for. Unless you did like extensive, like mad research before you even started a tank. But if you're like most of us, you kind of jumped into it, kind of baptism by fire type deal. And it kind of went down that way and you learn as you went and stuff like that, And either way, I mean, you can judge by your gut feeling whether something feels right or not. And, with that said, like I said, if you're looking at a fish and it's just kind of swimming a little off or something like that, or, if you're doing some water tests and it just seems a little off or something like that, maybe you should do a little, investigative work, dig into your filters, dig around in the substrate, really take a gander at the fish. And this Hoga just looks amazing, by the way. Can't help but stare at this guy. But yeah, and if or say for instance you have a fish that's even doing something out of the norm, like eating something that it never ate before and stuff like that. Normally that's a good thing, but sometimes it can be a bad thing, Like the fish is, kind of like dogs normally eat dog food or human scraps if you feed them from the table and dog food. But, like if they go outside and they start eating grass or something, normally that means that they're having stomach issues, And it's not necessarily something to alarm a vet about or anything like that, but, to take a look at them and closely monitor them for a little bit to make sure that everything's on the up and up and maybe it's just an upset stomach. But maybe it's a tumor or something, And I just think that's really good advice to have. And I'm really happy that I thought about it, as a video topic because, inside life too, Like if you're driving along and you're fixing to take an exit and, there's a bunch of people sitting at the exit and normally there isn't. And those people are, kind of, I don't know, like, the standard quo of a gang member, they have like flags hanging out of their back pocket, or bandanas, most people say bandanas, but whatever. And, they're just standing there and they're kind of in the roadway, but they're not, and you're just thinking about it like, man, something just seems off about it, maybe I shouldn't go this way today. And guys, that could be a lifesaver. Like I said, if there are a bunch of gang members there, they could carjack you, you could have your family with you, and, whatever else. And the slightest little movement that person or those people don't like could get you killed, And the same thing inside the hobby, if you're looking at something that just kind of seems off, and the bubbles went away inside the surface skimmer, so I'm really pleased with it, by the way. You know, and you're just kind of watching around, and I don't know, like you see a little tuft of algae somewhere. You'd be like, you know what, I haven't had that much algae in this tank. I mean, of course, every tank is going to have algae, but you're thinking to yourself, you know, I haven't had algae like that in a long time. I wonder if something's off. You know, maybe I should, you know, do a few extra tests, or go get a phosphate test, or if you don't have them already, or, you know, just something like that, and just take a gander, dig a little deeper, and see what's causing it, or see if there could be a hiccup somewhere, you know? Ooh, both of them are out. And kind of thinking that the orange one is a male, and definitely sure this is a female. I know that's a female for sure. But the orange one is definitely looking like a male. So hopefully we'll get some spawning activity out of them. I tried to sex them, I just couldn't get the orange one turned over the right way. So, but yeah, so, you know, just trust your gut. You know, I mean, of course, if you're new to the hobby, you really don't know what to look for, but I can tell you that you'll notice if something is a little off. You know, like, even if it's your first day, you know, like if a filter kind of sounds funny, your gut feelings, you know, is telling you, you know, maybe something's wrong with that filter, or maybe you're, I don't know, you did reading about water quality, and you read about cycling your system and stuff like that, and you're not seeing exactly, you know, of course you're not going to see verbatim of what's described, you know, with other people's experiences and stuff, because every tank is different, but you're not seeing, you know, similar results. And similar means like, you know, after a week or so, or 2 weeks, or 6 weeks, somewhere in that time frame, you should go through a cycle where you'll see cloudy water, or you'll see certain things about the aquarium, or aquariums, plural, that will let you know that you're entering that stage, so to speak. And you don't see that, and you're like, man, you know, something really should be happening by now. Maybe I should, you know, dig a little deeper, or, you know, just something like that. So go with your gut instinct, go with your intuition, and, you know, always dig deeper, or ask around with other more experienced hobbyists and stuff like that if you don't quite know what's going on, or if there's something going on that just doesn't seem quite right. And guys, it could be the smallest little thing that just doesn't seem right in the system, to where you come back a few hours or the next day and the whole aquarium is wiped out, okay? It happened to me, alright? I mean, everything was on the up and up, everything was running great, and then I had that power failure, and that power strip burnout, or did whatever it did, and my whole tank of baby Magnus Umbies died, okay? It was devastating. And of course, you know, there's no real way to tell if your power strips are working properly, or if they're gonna work properly if you have a power outage. But I can tell you this, I've had several power outages inside of this fish room, and I've never had that issue. So, you know, it's just, you know, intuition, trust your gut, and go with your feeling, because most of the time you're gonna be right, and it's better to be safe than sorry. So with that said, guys, be sure to go and check out Aquatic Support Systems on Facebook. So all those links will be inside the description. I'm making it really easy for you. Lots of big things coming. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've done. Happy fish keeping. Stay true to the hobby. Peace.